do this at the same time, right? So I try to go, even when I'm doing this, I try to stream live on Instagram at the same time. But I'm kind of new to this, so I ain't really sure how you supposed to do some of this. Okay, so I guess that's it right there. Oh, I gotta flip the camera around. Hee 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 hee. I'm sorry, I was supposed to be looking right there. All right, there we go. All right, so now, so that'll go live right there, right? Hold on. That'll go live right here, right? Gia. And then you got this right here, this right here. You know what? Just so I can make this shit position, I shouldn't have said shit, but just so I can make this, the camera's position well. There we go. I'm gonna put this camera right in front of this one, and then this one right here. All right, so cool. I'm gonna focus up here, but then, boom, same time right here. So, boom, there we go. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and pop on, bow, checking connection, and I think we are live. I guess I'm not really sure how this thing's supposed to work. Anyway, how's everybody doing? So I missed yesterday, right? I missed yesterday because I just got caught up in a lot of stuff. Remember last Friday, I focused on organizing for the weekend. So that's what I did, but the weekend ran over, so I failed in the attempt to complete everything that I wanted to complete for the weekend. I got about 90% of it done, but 90% ain't good enough. You either got 100% or you didn't, and I didn't. So I had to make up for that on Monday. And again, when you don't take care of stuff, it rolled over. So it rolled over into Monday, so I missed the show. Boom, there it is. So that's how I missed it on Monday. But I did have a pretty productive day on Monday, and so now here we are. So we back, in the motion. You know what I mean? So you fall off, but you get back up. We fall down, but we get up. All right. So anyway, I'm gonna address something that my homegirl asked me about this past weekend. So she coming out of shout out to Keisha in the Bronx. You know what I mean? It's always a girl named Keisha in the Bronx, ain't it? I kid her about that all the time. It's always a girl named Keisha in the Bronx. But anyway, Keisha in the Bronx, we went to school together. Anyway, she hit me up. She was like, what do you do when you're working with a team and the team's not moving the way I guess you feel like the team should move, and how do you deal with them? Specifically, she was asking me, not as if I'm like this guru or nothing like that, but she was just asking me, yo, how do you deal with these situations? You see what I'm saying? And so, I told her how I deal with it. And then I was like, you know what, though, maybe I should share that on the show about how I deal in situations like that, especially for, my people that's part of the 3 a.m. crew. Bow. You know what I mean? So this is how I deal with situations like that. I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like this. In this life, you have a very limited amount of time. The only thing that is guaranteed to you, if you wake up, is that you have 24 hours in that day that is of yours to do with it what you will, providing you don't die that day. Now, if you die that day, well, hell, you got up until you die. Okay? But if you don't die that day, then you have 24 hours just like everybody else got 24 hours. So the question is, what are you going to do with your 24 hours? Now, me personally, when it comes to time, I don't fuck around. You know what I mean? Excuse my language. I don't mess around when it comes to time. You feel me? You can take money from me. Cool. You can take materialistic things from me. Fine. but my time, I can't, because I can't get that back. You know what I'm saying? And so the thing is this: when I'm dealing with a group of people, and I feel like my time is being wasted, what I do is, number one, I try to give everybody a fair opportunity. And so what I mean by that is, when I say a fair opportunity, I don't mean giving them the opportunity to change their mind just because out of the blue they supposed to understand where you coming from. No, I mean, I express my opinion. I say straight up, look, this is what I see that is a problem, and here's how I see how to correct it, and this is the lane that I want to move in, straight up. Now, sometimes I've been in situations where people would counter, and they counter made sense to me. You see what I'm saying? And so I said, okay, well, fine. Then all right, cool. You know what I mean? I'll succumb to your plan because, honestly, your plan is better. You feel me? But if your plan's not better, and I know my plan is better, just based off of what information we have at the time. Now, my plan could not be better. My plan later on could flip, and it was the other person that was better. But during the time where we had the conflict, and I articulate my reasons, and they articulate their reasons, if their reasons don't overcome mine, it doesn't seem more reasonable or feasible than mine at that time, then I'm going to go with mine. Because I'm going to put my money on me first. You feel what I'm saying? So I will explain to people what's going on. This is how I feel about the situation. Blah, 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 blah. Boom. This is what we need to do. All right. If they say, yeah, but now we ain't going that way. Okay. Now I got a choice to make. Either I can stay and go their route or bounce. Well, hold on, wait a minute, quick second. Hold on. I need to shut that down. All right, there we go. Well, I'm the type of person who I bounce. I'm good. I'm gone. So now, let me explain this, though. Here's how I'm able to do that. I try my best to never step in a situation where I couldn't have done the whole thing by myself. That's just how I try to do things. So even when I'm in a group setting, I get a good example. When I was in college, we had an accounting class, and the professor allowed us to work in groups. But I was like, nah, I'm good, nigga. I don't want to work in a group. He said, why not? You're not a team player. Yeah, well, I play football. I think I'm a team player. But you feel me? But no, I don't want to do this. For one, I felt like if I can't pass this accounting class on my own, there's a problem. I shouldn't need to be in a group to pass this class. You feel me? I didn't come to this school to be in a group. I came in this school to be able to learn and be able to take this information with me, not with us, with me. You see what I'm saying? So I said, no, I don't want to be in a group. I'm going to stay by myself. He's like, oh, okay, well, all right, but it's going to be a lot harder. That's fine. I'll take that. You see what I'm saying? And I did it, and he was right. It was a lot harder with me doing it that way. But because I did it that way, I gained so much more knowledge of accounting from a holistic point of view. You see what I'm saying? Because I was the only one that I could depend on. Now, that's crippling as well, because as you develop that kind of mentality, then you feel most comfortable by yourself because you feel like you can get it done. You know what I mean? But you got to be careful, because then you'll feel like no one can do what you do except you, which means you can never grow beyond yourself because you are your limit. So you become your own limitation. You see what I'm saying? In that regard. So I'm not saying that that's the way that you should go all the time, but in situations where the group itself is not moving, you got to weigh the pros and cons. Is it worth it to stay in the group? You see what I'm saying? Because maybe there's an additional benefit, then maybe you should stay in the group. If it's not an additional benefit, then you should leave the group. So in my situation, I would probably leave the group, you know what I'm saying, and move on. But in order to do that, you got to have a couple things in order. One, you got to be confident enough in yourself to be able to leave the group. A lot of people are in groups because they're scared to do it by themselves. That spans all verticals. You feel me? If you're not afraid to move on your own, you're empowering yourself. You see what I'm saying? It's like, it's funny. So there's a book that I'm reading now, and in this book, the guy says, I think his last name is Sharma, I believe it is. I think it's Sharma. He's a very interesting guy. I think he was an attorney, and then he went from being an attorney to a Buddhist monk, I believe. And then I don't know. I'm still at the beginning of it, but it's already pretty good. My buddy D recommended that to me out of St. Louis. Shout out to St. Louis. He recommended the book to me, so I just started on it actually last night before I went to sleep. It was pretty good. Anyway, what the guy said was, whatever it is that you're afraid of, that's where your riches lie. Whatever you're afraid of. If you're afraid to go skydiving, then there's some sort of jewel for you in skydiving. If you're afraid to sit down with your boss and tell your boss straight up, listen, I need a raise, or I need days off, or I don't like the way you treat me, or I shouldn't have to be here at 8:00. Whatever your reasoning is, whatever your fear is, that's the door to unlock your riches. That right there, you know what I mean? So do it. So anyway, when going on your own, you got to be prepared to face those fears, because it's all on you at that point. I mean, if it's a business, all the networking is on you, all the accounting is on you, all the marketing is on you, managing vendors, that's on you. Everything is on you. But at the end of the day, you can structure it how you want to structure it and move forward. And so to me, I'm the type of person where I'd rather be in that position. Like, just give it to me. Just give me everything. You see what I'm saying? And I'll deal with it. But what I can't deal with is being held back. You see what I'm saying? I can't deal with that. I can't be held back. I got to go. You know what I mean? Full scale. Let loose. You know what I'm saying? Which is the reason why I was never good at jobs. I'm gonna tell you something. The only job I was really good at, they no longer exist. But shout out to Atlanta Wine. I was a salesperson for Atlanta Wine, and it's a alcohol distributor, right? So the thing is, in Georgia, you can't buy. So the beverage companies can't sell directly to the general public. They have to go through a distributor, and then that distributor places the product in grocery stores, liquor stores, hotels, bars, whatever. So you got on-premise, off-premise sales, so forth and so on. All right. So anyway, I was an on-premise salesman. So I had to go to bars and hotels and stuff like that and pitch these products, pitch these alcohol products. But now let's just be all the way live, okay? I done sold other things in the street. So when it came to selling alcohol, I was like, okay, this all right, yeah, cool, yeah. I don't have an issue with that. You feel me? This is gonna be easy. But it was easy. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna tell you it was difficult. It was not difficult. It was easy. But it's easy. Easy is relative, right? So it's easy to me because I'm used to selling things and having to watch out for other stuff. You see what I'm saying? Whereas in this situation, all I got to do is sell. All I got to do is pitch. That's it. I just got to walk in, look presentable, be able to speak as if I know my product, and then talk money. That's it. Because that's on a club owner could care less whether the drink tastes good or not. The only thing the club owner want to know is how much money I'm gonna make off this bottle. That's it. I don't care if it tastes like sewage dust. I just want to know how much money am I gonna make off this sewage dust. That's it. That's all I want to know. You feel me? That's the homie. What's going on, big dog? Yeah. So anyway, so when you decide that you're gonna do this thing, and you ready to step out, and the group that you with is not willing to move the way you're willing to move, then you need to break away from that group. You see what I'm saying? One of the books that I read that I like. Well, before I mention that book, I'm gonna say this. All right. So when you break loose from the group, one of the key things that'll make you most successful when you break away is you gotta upgrade, as he's saying his. Then I'm gonna mention it anyway. But you gotta upgrade your brain. So again, we only got so much time. You feel me? So, like for example, in the morning time, there's certain people that are listening to in Atlanta, 107.9. I don't know who the hell is on 107.9. Oh no, that's not true. I think it's Rickey Smiley, right? Ain't it Ricky? I think it's Rickey Smiley that's on in Atlanta at on 107.9 at this time. I think. I don't know. I ain't listened to the radio and I don't know how long, you know what I mean? But anyway, Ricky, that's my dude. You know what I mean? I like Ricky, you know what I mean? Ricky's a fellow comedian too, so you know what I mean? It's my dude, you know what I mean? I remember Ricky when he was in Birmingham and he was big up in yes sir, on the shirt. Yeah, hey, just us. It's going down. You understand that? Y'all can get the shirt. You know what I'm talking about? I'll put a link in the description. But Ricky was in Birmingham, and then he used to be at the red light district. You know what I mean? That's all he was about, was the red light district. He was doing comedy. He was a little bit on the radio. He was doing his thing, and then he finally came to Atlanta. So I've seen Ricky go from all he talked about was Lil Darryl all the way up to where he is now and doing his own shows, and you know what I mean? Like, much respect to that man. That man grind is official, you know what I mean? But anyway, so in the morning time, you got the choice. You can listen to 107.9 Rickey Smiley. You can listen to whoever's on V103, whoever's on 94.5, because I don't listen to none of these people anyway. I don't know who I mean, and that's not a diss. I don't listen to none of them, including Ricky, you feel me? Because that's just not my thing in the morning. That's not what I choose to do with my time, you feel me? I'd rather listen to some sort of business-oriented media, you know what I mean? So or I'm listening to a podcast that's talking about something that's a bit more germane to my goals and where I'm trying to go, you feel me? So I listen to a podcast about film. I listen to one about business. I listen to something about mind control, meaning that I control my own mind. You see what I'm saying? I don't listen to stuff like CNBC, Fox News, MSNBC, CNN. You know what I mean? Because if I just want to listen to motherfuckers lie, I can just call my uncles. You feel me? You feel me? So I don't even need that shit. You feel me? So anyway, when you going out here and you're trying to step out 100% on your own and do your thing, then you got to be able to learn fast. You see what I'm saying? Because you need to acquire a skill set where you are able to acquire information, understand it, and then be able to disseminate it. Even if you're not able to apply it, you're at least able to disseminate it to the extent that you're able to pick up on somebody else's bullshit. Because in this world, most people are bullshit. You got to understand that off rip. Most people are bullshit. Most people just talking. They ain't going to do a goddamn thing but talk. You see what I'm saying? So you got to be able to understand when this person is bullshitting or not. Now, here's the deal. You could listen to somebody and they can use a lot of industry-specific words. And so you think they know what they're talking about because they use industry-specific words. But then you can go over here to another guy. He don't use those industry-specific words. So you think he don't know what he's talking about. But truthfully, the one who's not using all these big words is the one who is the most honest and really could get the job done for you. But because you don't know what you're talking about, you're going to go with the guy who uses the industry-specific words, which is why a lot of us get taken for a ride. I'm talking about we end up getting hit by one of them porno extensions. we end up getting you taking it up the air, but when you take your car to the dealership. Because when you go to the dealership, they don't even allow you to talk to the master mechanic. You feel me? You talk to the girl at the front desk who only thing she wants you to do is sit down, take some coffee, and then come back and give them your debit card. That's it. You see what I'm saying? So, but if you knew about cars, you'd be able to go to the guy who gonna charge you a good 70% less. 70%. Like I tell you all the time, ignorance is expensive. You're talking about a 70% discount. If you knew just a little bit of information about your car, you could take it over here to the dude who don't have a commercial. You see what I'm saying? And get your car fixed, and you know what you're talking about, and you come out good. Anyway, okay. So you need to know how to learn fast, which brings me to the book. Right? I'm gonna see if all right. Bow. There we go. Limitless. All right. So a lot of y'all may already know about this guy. I can't say that I subscribe to all of his products because I don't know. You know what I mean? Again, this is business. So there's a part of his stuff. If you're watching me on Instagram, it's Jim Quick. If you're looking at me on YouTube and all that, you can see it. So anyway, Jim Quick has a book called Limitless, and it says Limitless, upgrade your brain, learn anything faster, and unlock your exceptional life. All right. So upgrading your brain is really just about, he's teaching you different techniques to be able to take in information faster and be able to use that information. And that's where the learn anything faster comes from. And it's just different tactics you use. Like, for example, when and this is not necessarily in the book, but he does cover it in the book as well. But when we learn things and things that stick with us, we're usually applying that thing that we learn in multiple ways, meaning that we may read about it, then we build it, like literally grab it with our hands and build on it. Then we may listen to it. Like we're using all of our senses to really familiarize ourselves with it. But a lot of times when we're studying things, we stick to one way, meaning we just read it and that's it. And so it doesn't stick with you because well, in my opinion, I say it's like your whole self didn't become a part of what you was trying to learn. You feel me? Now, why am I going into this? Not because I want you to go read Jim Quick's book and all that. I'm just offering this as another tool. The reason I'm saying this, though, is because if you're the type who now you got to go walk by yourself and you're trying to find your pack, because you will find a pack of people that you can really, develop with and build with and grow with. But you're going to have to sift through the bullshit. And most people are bullshit. You feel me? So this is how you are able to sift through the bullshit, is by upgrading your brain, being able to learn information faster, because that's going to allow you to see through bullshit faster. You get what I'm saying? Okay, so now we're going to come up out of that. So I end up telling her that that's what I would do. I would say, skis and go ahead and lead the group. And really and okay, so I'm gonna say this too. And then also, when you leave the group, there's a way to leave. You don't have to leave and burn a bridge. You see what I'm saying? You can just leave, but leave early. That's the best time to leave. It's better to leave early than to leave late. And that was something that I really had to express to her, because she is kind of deep in it now. You know what I'm saying? And when you deep in it, it's not like you should have picked that. If you was on your game, you could have picked that up a lot earlier. You see what I'm saying? But you wasn't on your game, so you didn't pick it up. You know what I mean? And then sometimes people will pick it up that a situation is not good, but they won't leave because they're afraid. Again, why are you afraid? Because you're afraid to do it by yourself. You see what I'm saying? But when you walk in a different light, when you walk in and I can do it, whether you here or not, or better yet, not even I can do it, it's gonna get done, whether you here or not. Then you enter a situation at a much stronger standpoint. You feel what I'm saying? So, that's it for that, man. That's it. So that's the way I would handle the situation. In hers, I would leave and, make my moves, boo, 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 and then collect my people. You know what I mean? Like for me, I'm going to be honest with you. I really only deal with, like on some real shit, I really only deal with a handful of people. I mean, literally, like I can count them on my hands that I really deal with. Like I keep a very, very, very small circle. You know what I mean? Now, I got a lot of associates, you know what I'm saying? And I try to be cordial with everybody, you know what I mean? But as far as my circle is very, 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 very small. You feel me? And we've been knowing each other for a really, really long time. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I do things. You see what I'm saying? But all of the people that I deal with are the same. They will move. They will get up and go. Like they don't bullshit. You know what I mean? And we push each other. And that's another thing. If you running with a group that don't push you further, then you need to leave that group. If you always the one that's having to push people along, pull people with you, then you need to let that toe go. Remember back in pimping days, we let that hoe go. You know what I mean? But you let that toe go and move forward what you got to get going on, man. You know what I'm saying? All right, so another thing I'm gonna get into, and then I'm gonna go because I got to get up out of here. So I was on, what was it, Instagram, I think it was the other day, and I saw where I believe it's Offset. I can't really. I be confused by these people. I don't know who is who. Goddamn, you feel me? But I saw where supposedly he was saying some things to Snoop. So it seemed like, now I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, please correct me in the comments and shit. I know you motherfuckers gonna correct me anyway. So anyway, Snoop said. So in the part that I saw, I don't know, because maybe I didn't see the whole interview. Now, here's the truth. I'm not invested enough to go watch the whole goddamn interview. So I'm just telling you from the little part that I saw. The guy, Snoop, said that Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, and my thing about Megan Thee Stallion is, I wonder, do you do know that a stallion is a male horse, right? I don't know if she is aware of that or not, but you called yourself Megan Thee Stallion, but a stallion is a male horse. I don't know if you Megan the transvestite. I don't know what's going on with that one. But anyway, maybe it's an operation error. So, but then Cardi B, all right, boom. So he said that you shouldn't be showing this. Snoop is saying it. Snoop said you shouldn't be showing everything. You know, like what you got going on down there is a jewel and it's precious, and all the things a father would say to his daughter. You know what I'm talking about? And so Offset jumps in, basically Offset say, I don't get involved in female stuff. And he felt like that was some, female thing and blah, blah, blah. And so, it's kind of a little tiff going on. I don't know if Snoop is going to return fire, or I don't even know if Offset even meant, like Offset say he don't mean to diss and this, that, and the other, but I don't see how you could say, like when you say I don't deal in female stuff, then that means you saying that Snoop do deal in female stuff. And so by him making that statement, you saying that he deal in female stuff. Bro, look, I'm old school when it comes to stuff like that. To me, that's a diss. I don't know what the hell, like he said, I'm from the South. Well, yeah, okay. So he was like, maybe things are different on the West Coast. No, I don't care if you from no coast. When you say something like that, that's dissing. Period. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, what I would say to Offset is, man, hey man, stand up now. Because you said it, so stand on it. You know what I'm saying? Whether you can call Snoop or not. What you should have did was you shouldn't have answered that question. You should have just called Snoop. That would have been some G shit. So to even answer that question in front of this lady who she don't care nothing about neither one of y'all, she just trying to make her numbers go up. Instead of you answering that question, what you should have did was got on the phone and called Snoop, and then you just address it with Snoop. That man shit. You feel me? But anyway, I think the whole situation is some bullshit, because my problem with the WAP song is not what they were talking about. I get that, because ratchet shit is ratchet shit. I think, wasn't Cardi B a stripper? So, you know what I mean? I don't expect Cardi B to be reciting the I Have a Dream speech. You feel me? Like, she's doing her thing. Like, that's what she do. And there's a great marketplace for it. You feel me? My issue with the WAP song is the time you release it. at the pinnacle of Black Lives Matter, when literally the entire world is watching black people, not black athletes, black people. The whole world is watching black people to see what we're doing. So it's like now we should be putting our best foot forward. It's like going to an interview. You feel me? And I use my name to get you in the interview for a good job, and finally they are finally listening, and you come in there with some cut off jeans drop below your ass, some Jordans on, a wife beater, and you smelling like weed, like you just jumped out the car with some weed, and you come in for the meeting. And now all the black people like, oh, come on. You feel me? That's what happened when you drop WAP. It's like all of the black people who are progressive was like, oh, come on, not now. God damn shit. All right, fuck. You know what I mean? You could have waited, is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like the WAP could have, ratchet shit is going to sell forever. It does not matter, because what you're selling is it is something that is animalistic. You feel me? You're selling sex. That's an animal instinct. It doesn't matter what or how. It doesn't matter. You got pastors who get caught up in sex. Politicians risk everything for sex. It's an animalistic thing. We can't help it. You feel me? Once you got it one time, that's it. You just want to keep going and going and going. So I get it. So from a social standpoint or an ethical standpoint, arguably, I'm against it. When you released it, not the song, because whatever. It's when you release the song. Now, flip that. From a business perspective, because remember, the goal of business is to make money. That's it. It's nothing else. There's no sociological, progressive, none of that is involved with business. Business is about making money. That's it. That's the only thing it's about, nigga. About, like, even when you go to court, if someone dies a wrongful death suit and you ask, was it worth it? Well, it depends. How much we got to pay for the suit? If we got to pay for a wrongful death suit and we got to pay out $50 million, but we made $250 million, you asking me, is it worth it? $200 million says, fuck yeah, it's worth it. That's business. It's fucked up, but that's business. Living in America. Ha! Ha! Eye to eye. Ha! Ha! Nation to nation. Living. Okay. Anyway, so here's my thing, right? If I'm on the other side of the table, meaning I'm anything else besides black, and I'm in a meeting with Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, I'm like, hey, release the song. Fuck that. Release the song. Why? Because if you release this song right now, in the middle of all of this black love, black power, black coming togetherness, you got people who ain't never thought about coming together. You know what I mean? You got rappers who rapping about coming together, and now they starting to feel a little bad because they was rapping about drugs. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is so with everybody else going the opposite way, if you now drop WAP, it'll be like dropping a mountain in the ocean. You see what I'm saying? It's like you took a whole country and just dumped it in the middle of the ocean. The wave from that is going to be ridiculous because nobody else is doing it, and it's going to throw people off so much. One thing about people is we like drama. We like salacious material. So if you drop this right now, where you all are showing pride and black history, and everybody got this skill going on in their voice. Yeah. You feel me? When you got that going on and then you drop this ratchet shit, oh man, you can't pay for it. You know how much marketing we gonna save if you drop this right now? Hell, the biggest budget for any sort of entertainment is marketing. It's not the production of it, it's marketing. Marketing. Because right now we can damn near create anything. Like the technology is to the point now where, hell, I can make a full-scale movie on this damn thing. On this cell phone, I can make a full movie. It's nothing. But how you gonna get that movie out to the public? That's the question. Well, hell, if we drop this ratchet shit right now with Black People of Pride, oh man, it's gonna go. It's gonna go. And that's exactly what happened. It went to #1 on the charts. 6 million, whatever the hell. I don't know. It was just going crazy. It was just stupid shit. You feel me? And that's exactly what it did. So now, from a business perspective, fuck, you won. That was a excellent move. That was great from a business perspective. From a Black Pride perspective, for the edification of my people perspective, fuck that song. That being honest. So now it just depends on which side you fall on. You feel me? Fuck that song. Oh, I love that song. You're a businessman, I love it. You about the edification and the change within the Black community, then fuck that song. It's on you. All right, look, that's all I got for right now, man. I got to get up out of here because I got other things to do, man. But I love coming to y'all, man. So, again, I be here every morning. Well, I try to be every morning from 6 to whatever time we stop. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get with the homies and go from 6 to 10. But I'm going to be honest with you. Going from 6 to 10 ain't no joke, boy. You got to get E-Boy they credit. 6 to 10, that's a long time. You feel me? Especially for me, because I ain't playing no music. Maybe I need to play some music. I don't know. So, hey, if you got some music going on or some music videos, send it in so I can play your music videos and music songs, stuff like that. And then, boom, that'll help me out where I can make it to 10. But then on the flip side, when people start complaining because you sending in shitty songs, now I got to stop your song. Now I'm back in the same goddamn position. I don't know where we're moving with this. All right. Anyway, hey, I enjoy talking to y'all. I'll be here tomorrow. That's for sure, for sure. And remember, man, keep your third eye open, baby. 3 a.m., Black Box LOL. The Art Network provides us with the ability to come to you live like this every day, man. Please support the other comrades on here, man. Life with Brandon, Evolving with Dr. Ali, and we got others that's coming out, man. It's like Master P back in the day, man, but you got all kind of people just coming out, just all kind of shit coming out at the same time, man. All right, man, that's it, man. Y'all have a great day, man, and make it the best one you can. All right.